Good morning, everyone. What's happening? What's going on? This is Rich on the Bimmersite channel, tuning in to say I hope all of you are doing well and handling the pandemic as best as you can. I'm sorry if this has affected any of you in a difficult or tragic way. These are unprecedented times that we're living through. It's pretty wild right now. So it's been a couple months since my last upload to this channel, and I really wanted to just do a quick upload and let you guys know what I've been up to over the past few months. And I bought my first car that is not a BMW in over 10 years. And so a friend of mine had a 2008 Audi Avant. This is the S-Line automatic transmission with the 2-liter turbo engine. And he was selling it for a friend who's had it in their family for basically since the car was new, since like 2009, 2010, when it came off of lease. And he said he was putting it on Facebook Marketplace for really cheap, and it tempted me enough to buy it. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to another car buying video. Today I'm going to my friend Ian's house, and he has a wagon for sale. So I'm gonna head over there this morning. It's Saturday, February 8th or something like that. And I'm gonna head over there, take a look at the car, and hopefully bring it home with me today. And I think you'll be interested because it's not a BMW. Needed a bunch of work, and so I decided, hey, why don't I just pick up this car and do some Audi Volkswagen content. Still a German car, maybe not a BMW, but I thought I could make some content and also make a little bit of money in the process. So why not? So the car is a 2008. It's an Audi Avant, which means wagon. It's fancy German speak for wagon. Let's be honest, call it what it is. And it's an S-Line, which is supposed to be like a sport package type thing, except I guess there's an S-Line appearance package similar to the M-Tech appearance packages with BMW. And then there's a true S-Line sport package model, which has stiffer suspension, thicker sway bars, and some other modifications. This one happens to be just a regular appearance package, I believe, because it has the comfort suspension. And there's a lot of interesting things to learn about Audi and Volkswagen in general that is totally out of my realm of BMW. There's a lot of new things to learn. The scan tools don't work the same. The diagnostics are slightly different and a little bit more challenging because I've invested, the last 20 years of my life working on these cars since I was a kid in learning about BMW and purchasing all the software to maintain and look into troubleshooting problems with the BMWs. And as part of that, I reached out to this company called OBD11, and I want to give them a shout out in this video because I reached out to them and asked if they would like to partner on a video to basically showcase some of their software. Now, one of the problems I had with the car is that the tire pressure monitoring system is bad. I believe it has a code for a bad antenna, and instead of going through that, replacing the antenna and inevitably replacing what are probably dead batteries in the monitors at each wheel, which would cost something like $500 or $600 in parts, the best thing to do was to code out the tire pressure monitoring system altogether. And in order to do that, it's called light coding. I guess there's a light and maybe heavy coding? I don't know. Now, in order to do that, you're going to need some Volkswagen Audi specific software. And basically, I reached out to OBD11. Here's what their little scan tool looks like. I can open it here. Just basically comes with this little Bluetooth Wi-Fi connector that goes into the OBD2 port in the car. And that will allow you to connect to your Android device. I have a Fire tablet with Google Play downloaded on it, and I think I should be able to take care of that coding, code out the tire pressure monitor system, and that will be one of many issues taken care of. So a big shout out to OBD11 for sending this out. I'll be making a separate video on that a little bit later. So shout out to you guys at OBD11 in Lithuania. This is an approved and official software partnership with the Volkswagen Audi group, and these guys have really affordable solutions for scanning your car. For example, this base model kit was about $129. They have a new one coming out that's slightly more money. I think it might be around $149 US. But the alternative would be to buy a cable. There's another company that makes a specific cable for these cars. I believe that is about $200, plus you need a PC-based laptop, which I don't have. I'm a Mac guy, so you'd need another few $100s there. And there might be a licensing fee or something as well. But so one of the weak points on these cars is the cam follower. Now there's a really poorly designed camshaft high pressure fuel pump setup on these cars. It's similar to the mechanical high pressure fuel pump in this 335 that I'm driving right now, except for the fact that the piston that pumps that fuel pump has a little thimble. There's like a little metal guide that covers it and presses against the camshaft of the car. And you're supposed to inspect that like every 20 to 30,000 miles. And what happens is once that little metal thimble wears down from all of the revolutions and wear over time, it will allow the end of the fuel pump to wear through that guide and into the camshaft. And eventually you'll need to replace the camshaft itself, which is like $400, the guide, which is about 20 bucks, maybe it's like 15 bucks, and then the fuel pump, which is about $500. First of all, it's kind of strange that in 2008 we're still using a blade. This is like the metal key here. My 2007 E90 has like a key that goes in here. It's just this nub without the blade, and then it has a push button start. But I guess in 2008 Audi was a little bit behind on this technology. So let's start the car up. Now, as you can see here, we have 162,789 miles. I have the check engine light on. There are quite a few codes present, and I believe that is due to a failed PCV valve, which is not dissimilar to the problem that you see on BMWs. We also have the tire pressure monitor, which is like the tire pressure blinking up there, and I believe that this does have a failed tire pressure monitor on at least one of the wheels. Another issue this car has is the gas gauge here is not working. I believe there are two fuel sending units for the wagon or the Avant, and those are quite expensive, so hopefully I can find one used. I think brand new there's something like $700 for both, which is unfortunate. Anyway, let's talk about the positives of this car. As you can see, this was optioned with the navigation. This was an option on these cars. I have the heated seats down here, which is always an essential thing to have. And generally speaking, the car is in pretty good shape for the interior. Alright, so first I guess we'll take a look at the exterior. There are some dents here from where a tree fell on it. Not a big deal. This car does have a lot of nice trunk space. And here's some goodies I picked up from my buds at FCP Euro. Got this little partition here. Keep the dogs in check. Some interesting BBS style wheels, although I don't believe they're made by BBS. This does have power seats on both sides. I have noticed that a lot of these Audis actually have a manual seat on the passenger side, so this must have been a more premium option. It does have the aluminum trim, unlike most BMWs that have wood or that fake plastic. The back seats do fold down. I did take up the back seat here because, unlike the BMWs, you have to look for one of these build sheet stickers in order to decode all of the options. And on the sedans, this sticker is located in the trunk where the spare wheel is, and on the Avants or the wagon, it's under the back seat. So basically you take all of these codes, punch it into a decoder, and it will tell you the options of the car. Whereas with BMW, there's decoders online that you just put the VIN number in, and makes it a lot easier. Now this is also an S-line, which is an option. But I have read that most of these are S-lines that were built in 2008. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Hope all of you are taking care of each other out there. Try to relax. Don't take things too seriously. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Do the best you can. Everyone else is too. See you guys in the next video.